Hey everyone, so you're out camping, you forgot cups, and now everyone's taking turns sipping from the same water bottle like some kind of medieval plague village. Fun times, right? Well, today I'm going to show you how to make actual drinking cups from trash and natural materials you can find literally anywhere. We're talking aluminum cans, tree bark, leaves, shells, and even scrap plastic. Some of these will blow your mind, others will leak everywhere, but that's half the fun. Before we get started, check out the link in the description to download our ebook. Check out our merch, brand new Christmas stock. Use the discount code YouTube. Link in the description. Now let's get back to the video. By the end of this video, you'll never look at garbage the same way again. Let's get crafting. First up, the Aluminium Can Cup. This is probably the easiest and most practical one we'll make today. You need one empty can, a knife or sharp rock, and about 60 seconds. Step 1. Drink the soda. Critical step. Don't skip it. Step 2. Mark a line around the can, about 2 to 3 inches from the bottom. This is your cutting line. Step 3. Using your knife, punch a small hole just above your line. Be careful. Aluminum is sharp when it wants to be, and your fingers are soft and fleshy. Step 4. Cut along your marked line all the way around. Take your time. Rushing, this is how you end up explaining weird cuts to the emergency room nurse. Step 5. Here's the pro move. Use a rock or the back of your knife to fold the sharp edge over on itself, creating a rolled rim. This makes it safer and sturdier. Boom! Instant cup. Holds water. Looks vaguely post-apocalyptic, but in a cool way, and you made it from literal trash. Now, pour some water in and take a sip. Perfect! Although if your can previously held Mountain Dew, your water now tastes like sad regret and artificial lime. Rinse thoroughly, people. Pro tip. You can also make these taller if you cut higher up, or even keep the whole top section and make it into a small pot for boiling water. Alright, now we're getting into nature craft territory. Bark cups have been used for thousands of years, and for good reason. They actually work really well. You'll need bark from a fallen birch, cedar, or similar tree with thick, flexible bark. Do not strip bark from a living tree unless it's a genuine emergency. You'll kill the tree, and karma is real. Step 1. Find a recently fallen tree or dead standing tree with intact bark. Birch is ideal because it's naturally water resistant. Step 2. Cut or peel a rectangular section of bark, about 8 by 6 inches. If the bark is dry and brittle, you can soak it briefly to make it flexible. Step 3. Now for the origami part. Fold the bark into a cone or box shape. Think of it like making a paper boat, but woodsier. Step 4. Here's where it gets weird. To seal the seams, you have a few options. Pine sap, heat it until sticky, then apply to seams, mud mixed with plant fibers. Or just overlap the seams tightly and hold the shape with your hand. Step 5. For a more permanent cup, you can use cordage or plant fibers to stitch the seams together. I'm using some pine roots I soaked to make flexible. Now, let's pour water in. Okay, so this is what I call a supervised beverage situation. You need to drink relatively quickly or hold it carefully so the seams stay tight. It's not Tupperware, but it beats cupping water in your hands like some kind of desperate raccoon. The mistake I made, my first attempt at this, I used completely dry bark and it cracked immediately. Like catastrophically, water everywhere. The key is finding bark that still has some flexibility. Learn from my failure. Now let's talk about the emergency option that looks absolutely ridiculous but actually works. The leaf cup. You need one large waxy leaf. Think banana leaves, elephant ear leaves, or those giant tropical-looking leaves you find near water. Step 1. Pick the biggest, thickest leaf you can find. Waxy coating is your friend here. Step 2. Fold it into a cone shape, kind of like making a paper cone for seeds. Step 3. Use a thorn, small stick, or even a stapler if you're car camping to pin the side together. Now, pour water in carefully. This is very temporary. You've got maybe 2 to 3 minutes before it starts breaking down. This is for quick hydration situations, not leisurely sipping while you contemplate nature. Do I look majestic? No. Does it work? Surprisingly, yes. And there it goes, starting to leak. See, quick drinking only? This is the goldfish memory of cups. It won't last, but it serves its purpose. Fun fact, some cultures actually cook in leaves like this over fire, using the water inside as a barrier to keep the leaf from burning. Nature is wild, folks. If you're near a coast or even a lake with freshwater mussels, shells can make surprisingly decent cups. You need large shells, coconut shells, giant clam shells, or conch shells if you're lucky. For coconut shells, step 1, crack open a coconut. This is the hardest part. Seriously, coconuts are basically nature's safe deposit boxes. Step 2, once open, pour out the coconut water, scoop out the meat if you want, and you've got 2 ready-made cups. Step 3, optional but recommended, sand down any rough edges so you're not giving yourself a lip exfoliation every time you take a sip. Now pour water into the coconut shell. These are actually fantastic. They're waterproof, durable, and if you carved your name into it, you'd look like you're about to do some ancient maritime ritual. For large seashells, same concept. Find the biggest shells you can. They're already cup-shaped. Nature did the work for you. Just rinse them out really well, because, surprise, they probably housed a slimy creature until recently. Honestly, drinking from a shell feels fancy. I feel like I should be toasting to Poseidon or something. The main issue is they're heavy and you probably can't find them everywhere. But if you're coastal camping, these are free, renewable, and you can just leave them when you're done. Okay, last one. Making a cup from a plastic bottle. I know, plastic isn't ideal for the environment, but if you're in a situation where you've found discarded bottles, might as well give them a second life before recycling them, right? Step 1. Find a clean plastic bottle. Water bottle, soda bottle, whatever. Step 2. Cut it about halfway down, or wherever makes sense for your cup size. Pro tip. Cut it with scissors or a knife, not your teeth. I don't care how tough you think you are. Step 3. The cut edge will be sharp, so carefully melt it slightly over a flame to round it off. Hold it at a distance and keep it moving so you don't inhale plastic fumes or melt a hole through it. Step 4. Optional crafting time. You can poke holes near the rim and add a cordage handle to make it a camping mug. Perfect. This one is actually probably the most practical for repeat use. It's waterproof, durable, lightweight, and you can label it with permanent marker so your camping buddy stops stealing your cup. Plus, if you use a clear bottle, you can see if there's something gross floating in your water before you drink it. Always a bonus. All right, it's time for the leak test. I've filled all 5 cups with water, and we're going to see which ones hold up for a full minute without any babysitting. Aluminum can, still going strong. No leaks. Solid A+ performance. Bark cup. Okay, we've got a slow leak situation here. If you're actively drinking, totally fine. If you're trying to store water, questionable. Leaf cup. Yeah. This one's having an existential crisis. About 30% of the water has escaped. But again, temporary solution only. Shell and coconut, bone dry on the outside. This thing is a champion. Will probably outlast civilization. Plastic bottle, also perfect. No leaks, no drama. The reliable friend of the cup world. So in terms of durability, plastic and shells win. Aluminum is close behind, bark is okay for short term, and leaves are your I need water in the next 90 seconds option. Let's talk about the hilarious failures that didn't make the cut. Attempt 1. I tried making a cup from thin oak bark, and it literally crumbled in my hands like ancient parchment. Turns out, not all bark is created equal. Attempt to cut an aluminum can way too aggressively, slipped, and now the cup looks like it was attacked by a tiny drunk samurai. Still technically holds water, but at what cost to my dignity? Attempt 3. Used a leaf that was already decomposing because I wasn't paying attention. The water just immediately poured straight through. It was less leaf cup and more leaf colander. The point is, you're going to mess up. Your first bark cup might leak like a sieve. Your can might look weird. That's fine. These are skills that get better with practice, and even a weird leaky cup is better than no cup when you need one. So there you have it. 5 different ways to make drinking cups, from materials you can find while camping, in emergencies, or just for fun when you're bored, off-grid. Quick recap. Aluminum cans are easy and reliable. Bark cups are traditional and decent if made well. Leaf cups are temporary but clutch in emergencies. Shells are nature's gift to coastal campers. Plastic bottles are practical and sturdy. Which one are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you make one of these, and it's hilariously bad, tag me. I want to see your beautiful disasters. If you learned something today, hit that like button, subscribe for more practical outdoor skills mixed with questionable life choices. and I'll see you in the next video. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to drink my coffee from this bark cup and pretend I'm a pioneer. Or maybe I'll just use a regular mug. Stay weird, stay hydrated,